24, Jennifer?
No, and I think he has got his work cut out here. 50 kilos, nicely weighted, but and probably likely to go forward in this race, but I really don't think that he's going to figure in the finish there.
The next horse really put the cat amongst the pigeons at Flemington yesterday. Can JB Cummings train Melbourne Cup winner number 11 with this horse, Rogan Josh? Well, the performance was outstanding yesterday, but look at the gate he drew last night, 21, but he's only got 50 kilos, and yesterday he carried 58. So on the weights, he's just about a good thing. He's won 12 from 35, won the Perrier. He was lit up pretty early in the Caulfield Cup, and then a terrific effort in the McKinnon Stakes. He has got everything you would like about a horse to win the Melbourne Cup, and here is the McKinnon Stakes performance yesterday. This performance, well, this is a shock to me. I mean, if you'd asked me a month ago, could this horse win the McKinnon Stakes and be a chance to win the Melbourne Cup, yeah, I'd have laughed. But he has lifted 10 grades in the last month. Here he is beating the best horses in the land yesterday in a breeze. So if you'd asked me a month ago, couldn't have put him in, but now I guess you have to. Yeah. He's got a genius trainer. And his form is spot on. And drops 8 kilos. And drops 8 kilos. How can you go past him? He's right there. Yeah, he's certainly in the top 3 chances for mine. And last night at the barrier draw, Mark Aston caught up with one of Rogan Josh's part owners, Wendy Green.
Well, Wendy, how do you feel about the barrier draw for Rogan Josh?
21's fairly wide, but we're happy enough about that.
Where would you like him to settle?
Maybe 4th, 5th, 6th, midfield.
You must have been very impressed with him on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday was just the most sensational run I've seen for a long time. I just couldn't believe he came in from barrier 20, and I still find it hard to believe he came home 4th, but I mean, that's the calibre of the horse, isn't it?
You feeling confident then about Tuesday?
Never confident, but I'm always absolutely amazed that we're at this stage.
Good luck to you, Wendy, and I think Wendy was right there. Barrier 21 is fairly wide.
It is, reasonably.
And 5th or 6th in the run, do you think?
I think you would need JC himself on the horse's back to get into that position from that gate, but, you know, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, but Rich, don't you think with Second Coming in the race and the horse that they've been using as a pacemaker, Central Park, he might fire up a bit, Central Park, and get this horse across?
It may happen, but...
Because they've ridden him that way, haven't they, lately, as you said?
I don't know whether they want to ride him that close.
I don't think they want to be early.
But will they be able to change his mind straight into this race? I mean, he might be... horses get habits sometimes. Could jump out and go for the...
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, if you want him to change his mind, have a chat to Jen. She changes hers about 15 times a day. Here's another horse that's got an excellent chance in the Foster's Melbourne Cup, and that is Lay Beale, the second of Johnny Sadler's runners. And Stephen Baster, well, we can guarantee one thing. Even if he runs last, he'll still be smiling after the Melbourne Cup. It's a terrific little fellow. Gate number 23, so it's a big task for him. 49.5 kilos, and would have been more if it had have been 6 inches further up in the Caulfield Cup, because it's avoided the penalty. Terrific effort in the Caulfield Cup. Let's see, I think she is an excellent chance.
She is, and she got very close to Sky Heights that day, and she met an outstanding horse that beat her, but she comes into the race. But as you say, barrier 23, it's going to be a job from out there with a horse that races in the position this horse races in.
Still, having avoided that penalty we were talking about by, you know, that much in the Caulfield Cup, 49.5's a lovely weight, isn't it?
It is a lovely weight. And by the all-conquering Zabeel.
Yeah. Yes. When they get to 2,000 metres and beyond, the sons and daughters of Zabeel, they grow another leg.
Speaking of Zabeel, I must repeat the comment by Patrick Hogan, who stands Zabeel at stud after Zabeel trifected the Caulfield Cup. And one of the journalists said to him, are you going to do anything special for him after that performance? And he said, oh, yeah, I think I might throw him another mare. He seems to like that. Up his luck.
From number 9 down, Peter, 52 kilos, and then, you know, the weight scale is very compressed with that light weight. So, you know, there's not a great deal of difference with these. What
about Brew, number 19 in the Melbourne Cup? This horse was a terrific effort in the Geelong Cup. Michael Moroney trains for Lance O'Sullivan, so Michael Moroney's got a couple there, or in fact he's got 3, I think. And barrier number 14, 49 kilos, 3 wins from 26 starts. And the Geelong Cup effort, despite the fact he only ran 6th, was very good, Jen. And yesterday he didn't have a lot of luck. He struck some interference in the start quality.
He did, and he was noticed running on very well late. Now this horse is just improving, probably at the right time as well. And another lightweight chance. I don't know if he's a winning chance. I'd say he's a place chance more.
Gentlemen?
I would have to agree with that. I think Brew is actually the son of Horlicks, the great mare that won the Japan Cup.
By Sir Tristram
too.
He's
really bred to do the job, but I just don't think his form's quite strong enough. I think he might just be one of the second-level horses, capable of maybe running a place with good luck, but that's where I put him.
I think that's Richard's hit the nail right on the head, because he's a horse that we keep making excuses for.
You people are agreeing far too much for my liking. We've got 5 horses to go, and we'll be back to take a look at them in our special preview of the Foster's Melbourne Cup around Australia, around New Zealand, around the United States, wherever you're watching. We hope you're enjoying it, and more importantly, finding the winner.
Winner number 8, thanks.
Don't know anything about horse racing? Then have a go this Melbourne Cup with the easy way to bet. The Big Cup Pack. 15 chances to win for just $15 at ACTAB.
So many things happen in this great city of Melbourne during Melbourne Cup week, and the Melbourne Cup Parade is one. If you happen to be in Melbourne tomorrow, it's a great thing to see with some of the past champions. And we were just talking to Johnny Letts, and you've got one particular memory of the Melbourne Cup Parade, haven't you, Lettsy?
Oh, boy. When I went on Piping Lane in 1972, and then they had the parade, Pete, of course, down Burke Street, and we were one of the last to go off in the parade. And as you know, they have a horse, and then they have another car or something else as they go along. And then the car moved off, and then because Piping Lane was next, and the young girl legged me up. But what I didn't realise, Smacker Fitzgibbon's jazz band was right behind me. And as they took off, they said, OK, away we go. And they hit the cymbals and blew the trumpet. And I think Piping Lane's first step was, I think they measured it at 30 feet. And I got off the side. At 15 feet, I got off. I was halfway through, and the little girl still hanging onto the rope. She was halfway up the door into a hotel, and she said, get back on him. I said, I've had one ride on him. I didn't get back.
Oh, well, I don't think there'll be any of that going on in the parade tomorrow. We're down to our last 5 in the Foster's Melbourne Cup, and Lady Elsie is the next one, and this was some sort of run at its last performance. Cliff Brown is the trainer. A young man who trains at Narberthong, a very good trainer. Lenny Beasley is the jockey. Not a good gate, though, 22. Nice weight of 49, has won 2 from 14. And as we take a look at the recent performances, the 3rd in the Geelong Cup was an absolute ripper, Rich.
Yeah, the 3rd in the Geelong Cup was good, but it was the Geelong Cup, and I'm not rating that race terribly highly, I've got to tell you. I think the true form for this Cup will come out of the Caulfield Cup. It may come out of the McKinnon Stakes, but I don't think it'll come out of the Geelong Cup. And I think Lady Elsie, from barrier 22, I think she's got plenty to do. She's another one I rate in that category of I'll be really surprised.
Well, she couldn't show any form in the Caulfield Cup, and there is another story about that one. But anyway, it was a terrific effort in the Geelong Cup. She will be running on, I think. Number 21 is another of Bart's runners, and that is Rebor, to be ridden by Chris Muntz, the Melbourne Cup winning jockey of 12 months ago. Nicely drawn at barrier number 3, only the 49 kilos, 3 wins from 12 starts. Recent performances read like this. Pretty good up in Sydney, and then came down and finished 10th in the McKinnon, but that was a race you wouldn't expect Rebor to be showing up in anyway, Lettsy.
I think Rebor will struggle. I think JB Cummings was a name alongside of as a trainer's its best qualifications for the Cup. That's my opinion of it.
All right, down to number 22, the Warrior, which made its way into the Melbourne Cup field with a victory yesterday. Richard Otto is the trainer, and Gary Grills will take the ride. Only has the 49, but is drawn badly at gate number 20. Yesterday recorded its 6th win from 21 starts when it beat the field in the Saab quality after a win in the Benalla Cup. And well done to Dan Malicki, who in our coverage yesterday came up with the fact that Black Knight actually completed the Benalla Cup Melbourne Cup double back in 1984. Here is the Saab quality now. Jen, I like the way this horse really fought on, because there was no doubt Rosa War and Arcadia were going to run past him at this point.
Yes, thanks to a very good ride too, I might add. This horse has been racing very well in weaker company, but you can't knock his consistency, that's for sure. I don't think he's quite up to Melbourne Cup this year anyway.
Yeah.
And at very best, I'd give him a place chance.
And if you do believe in those omens that we were talking about and numbers, Jezebel carried the number 22 saddlecloth to victory in this race last year. Down to number 23, and that is Zabwan. James Maloney is the trainer. And Samuel Hyland, we wish him the best in his ride. At barrier number 10, 49 kilos, has won 5 from 41. Recent performances don't recommend it too highly as far as the Foster's Melbourne Cup is concerned. Looks to have the task ahead. Would that be fair enough to say, Mr. Friedman?
Oh, I think that's more than fair. The horse has won at the 3,200 metres at Flemington in the Duke of Norfolk, but that was quite a while ago. He's had a lot of runs since. He hasn't really shown that form. and for him to pluck it out of the air on Tuesday is probably unlikely.
Well, the last horse to carry number 24 Saddlecloth to victory in the Melbourne Cup was way back in 1921. It was Sister Olive. Can Bart Cummings and Eddie Wilkinson combine here with Zazabel? Barrier 13, again, nice weight, but she's only won once from 19 starts, so it's pretty hard to make a case for her, although the Moonee Valley Cup run was okay.
She's got the right set of colours on, Pete.
Yes, Saintly's colours. Is that about all you can say for her?
Yes, actually, yes. I think you might struggle a little bit, but with JB Cummings, you know, this time of the year, November, what do? You've got to put him into everything, don't you, JB?
Yeah. I tell you what is amazing, how many sons and daughters of Zabeel are going to run in this race on Tuesday.
Warriors,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have a look at that in the commercial break, and I'll put you to work. 5.
I think so.
Good to see
5 or
someone's
6,
done their
that's
homework. We'll tell you whether it's 5 or 6, and we'll get Richard to actually confirm that as we go to the break. And all we have to do now is find you the winner, and we'll be back to do that on the other side of this break. Well, over the next couple of days, a lot of people around this country will be looking to the heavens, not necessarily for divine intervention, but certainly if they're in Melbourne, they'll be looking to see what the weather forecast is going to be like. So here is the latest forecast from the Weather Bureau, and it's a pretty promising one too. Becoming fine with a maximum temperature of 19 degrees. That'll suit us just fine. I think we were pretty lucky yesterday, just a few drops of rain at Derby Day, and 19 degrees becoming fine looks good to me. All we have to do now is find the winner, and of course the events of yesterday have reshaped the Melbourne Cup betting market. Let's find out the latest from Rails bookmaker Michael Iskander.
Michael, you've got Sky Heights favourite now for the Cup on Tuesday.
I sure have. It's 7-2 at the moment. Well, Rogan Joss is 5-1, but then again, it all depends on what happens with the top weight. On today's run, it's 7-1 Tie the Knot. There's been talk about it not running in the Cup. Should that happen, I'm sure that Sky Heights will probably run about 3-1 favourite.
How impressed were you and the other bookmakers with Rogan Josh's run and win on Saturday?
Well, it was an enormous run today. Obviously, just trained by the master, came home well. Just JB Cummings done it again, last minute. It's been very well supported the last couple of weeks. Let's not forget Travel Mate worked extremely well during the week, and that's also in the market.
Who's your worst result?
My absolute worst result is Tie the Knot, and after that is Sky Heights.
What did you think of Tie the Knot's run? Were you disappointed?
Very ordinary, and I somehow thought it's Cox Plate run. It favoured its inside leg. I don't know, I'm only guessing here, whereby we need to have a look at the replay. It might be there might be a problem there.
Who do you expect the punters to come for on Tuesday?
I have no doubt they'll come for Sky Heights, Barrier 1, Damien Oliver. What more can you ask for?
He's got a lot going for him, Sky Heights, so let's recap the latest market as it stands this morning on the Foster's Melbourne Cup. And as Michael said, 7-2 Sky Heights, 5-1 Rogan Josh, 6-1 Travel Mate is pretty skinny odds for a horse that we don't know a lot about. 7-1 Tie the Knot. Well, at his best, he'd be about 3-1. On that run yesterday, he's about 77-1. Laybeal and the Hind at 8-1, 15-1 Arena, 20-1 good each way value for Streak. As we go over the page, Jen, can you make a case at long odds for any of these?
Ivana's Pace, I would say he's pretty good odds at 25-1 as a roughie in the race.
Letsy's Tip Bohemian there at 25-1. Rich, can you find one on that page?
No.
Oh, thanks. What about this page then? Can you find one of the real rank outsiders?
Even less.
Yeah, thanks for that. Skybow 50-1, Figurehead 50-1, and right down to Lahar and the Message there at around about 100-1. So there you go. You've got all the facts, all the figures. We've done the form. We've seen the replay. Should be an easy task to pick the winner. Here's a lady who didn't only do that last year. She picked the Quinella. Jenny Chapman.
Oh, thank you, Peter. Yes, I hope I can do it again here.
So do we.
I'm going for the number 8 here, Travel Mate, the International. I think they can take away the Cup. This horse has proven over the distance. He's drawn well. In barrier 7 he can handle all the trauma that goes with the Melbourne Cup if he gets knocked around, and I think he'll be right there, or he will definitely look the winner at one stage.
What about the trifecta, Jen?
The trifecta, I'm putting in Labille. I think she's been racing extremely well, drops down to a perfect weight for her. And for third, I'm putting in number 3, Sky Heights. Very hard to leave her. I have enormous respect for Rogan Josh, just don't have another spot for him there. A roughie, I would put in Yavana's Pace.
OK. Richard Friedman.
Well, I've always said that I thought the Caulfield Cup form was the right form, and I'm going to stick with Sky Heights, the winner of the Caulfield Cup. I think he'll make the double. Labille, who ran second to Sky Heights in the Caulfield Cup, I think will run second again. And Rogan Josh, who ran 4th in that same race, I think he'll run 3rd. And my outsider is not actually an outsider as far as price goes, but we don't know a lot about him. But I think he's the best of the international horses, and it wouldn't surprise me if he knocked the race off. Travel, mate.
OK, there they are from Richard Friedman. Now let's get the thoughts of John Letts, for those of you who like a good laugh.
Look, Pete, I just like Behemoth, and I like his run in the Geelong Cup. And at 25 to 1, I think he's a great each-way chance. Rogan Josh, JB Cummings, what else can you put alongside a horse's name but JB Cummings in a Melbourne Cup? Sky Heights, you can't leave me out, like Jen said. He's the horse, he's going to be there. He's got a good jockey, a good barrier, good trainer. And the best outsider, I am forgiving the Hind for his run in the Melbourne Cup last year because he did pull up with an injury, and he's not that far away in the Caulfield Cup, but that's mine. 15, 17, 3 to try. And if you want to pick 4, put the 7 in the Hind. And
that was Richard Friedman in the background saying, you're kidding, and I tend to agree with him. I wish Johnny Sadler the best of luck, but I think Bohemian's got
and the owners who sent me some emails recently telling me what a good horse he is.
Well,
nothing
good luck
against
to
the
him.
horse. I do wish them good luck.
Yeah, it is fantastic just to have a runner in the Melbourne Cup and to have a winning chance, even better. Well, I'm a bit worried because my trifecta, my box trifecta, is exactly the same as Richard Friedman's. My selections for the Foster's Melbourne Cup, I think Sky Heights coming through that run in the Caulfield Cup. He's just been at the property at Cranbourne, going through his exercise. I think he'll get to the races. A very fit horse on Tuesday. Rogan Josh, for all the reasons we've mentioned before, the 8-kilo drop, the fact that he's trained by JB Cummings, the gait is a concern, as it is with Labille, but they're both in super form, so 3, 17 and 18. And my best outsider for the Foster's Melbourne Cup is number 11, Streak, at round about the 20 to 1 mark, and good luck to Greg Hall with his ride there. So there you go, that's easy. We've picked the winner.
Well, let's hope so.
That's what we said last year.
Yeah, we did, and Jen was right. You were wrong, and you were wrong, and I was wrong.
Do you think Zabille can create history again this year, Pete? He's got 6 runners in the race.
Yes, it is 6 runners, and it would be a remarkable achievement if he does. And we'll find out, of course, on Tuesday when Network 10 takes you live to Flemington for not only our greatest racing day of the year, but also, I think, the greatest day in Australian sport. When the national anthem is sung and that roar goes up when they jump from the barriers in the Foster's Melbourne Cup. It really is something to behold. And at 10 o'clock, our coverage will commence right through until 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Jenny Chapman, Richard Friedman, John Letts, good to have you along as always.
Pleasure.
Thank you, and looking forward to Tuesday.
We will see you out there on Tuesday, and we hope to have your company, everyone, for the telecast of our greatest race, the 139th running of the Foster's Melbourne Cup. Hope you back the winner. Look forward to your company there.